Good morning, students. I am Shomajit sir. Today I am here to deliver my lecture in topic Phylum Mollusca. So watch the entire lecture to gain basics out of it. So without any delay, let's start with the topic Phylum Mollusca. And you know Phylum Mollusca is a second largest phylum after arthropods. So first largest phylum is arthropod, like next is Mollusca. So let's start with the topic Phylum Mollusca under the topic invertebrates. So let's start. So let's start with the topic Phylum Mollusca. So we know that these are the second largest phylum, right? So first largest is Arthropoda and second is Mollusca. So they are also called soft-bodied animals. You can see the examples are given. You can see the pictures are given on top. These are the examples of phylum Mollusca. So let's proceed with the general characters of phylum Mollusca. You can see a lot of examples are given on the right side. A lot of beautiful pictures are given. So they have a grades of organization. They have an organ system based organism. Alright, their body is organ system. They have organ system in their body. Now let's talk about the symmetry and the phylum Mollusca. They have a bilateral symmetry. You can see the pictures on the right hand side and the dotted lines. Bilateral symmetry means the body of that organism can be divided equally in only just one plane, and the plane has been given. Alright, like we human beings are also have a bilateral symmetry. Next, I talk about the germinal layers. You can see they are triploblastic in nature. That means these organisms have three germinal layers. They have outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. So you can see the figure of outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. Now next character is coelom. They have a true coelom present. That means they are coelomate organism. Alright, you can see the pictures right inside. The coelom structures has been given. Now let's talk about the habit and habitat. They are mostly aquatic and few are terrestrial. So entire species of phylum Mollusca all are mostly aquatic and few are terrestrial. Now let's talk about the digestive system. They have a complete digestive system. That means it has two openings. One is mouth, another is anus. Both are separate. You can see the structure. Mouth and anus are shown. Now let's talk about the respiratory system. So they have gills in aquatic forms and they have a pulmonary sac in terrestrial forms. So they have a respiratory system and a little bit different. Those who are aquatic, they have gills for respiration, and those who are terrestrial organism, they have pulmonary sac as in terrestrial forms. So you can see the pulmonary sac and gills given, pictures given on the right hand side. Alright, so they have gills and pulmonary sac. Next, let's talk about the circulatory system. They have an open type of circulatory system. That means blood is pumped by a heart into the body cavities. Alright, so you can see the flow chart of the circulatory system given in the right hand side below. You can see the heart, the internal organs, the hemocoel and the gills. So blood is pumped by the heart into the body cavities. Now let's talk about the reproduction. They are dioecious. That means sexes are separate. The male and female organisms are separate. The oviparous organism, that means they are egg-laying organism, and the development is direct or indirect. You can see example of mollusk larvae is shown, and garden snail laying eggs because they are oviparous. Now let's talk about the unique features in the phylum Mollusca. You can see the body has a head, visceral mass, that is visceral hump, and a muscular foot. So this visceral hump or mass is very important. So head had a they have a head and that has a sensory tentacles, and they have a calcareous shell. All right. So you can see univalve cell, bivalve shell. So you can see the head is given, the sensory tentacle is given, the shell is given, the foot is given, the visceral mass is given. Few more unique features they have feather-like gills, or they have feather-like gills for respiration and excretion. All right. So they have a feather-like gills for respiration and excretion. They have a mantle and medulla that can be seen. You can see the given structures. They have mantle and medulla. So mantle, these are the membranes which covers the visceral mass, and the space between the hump and mantle is called mantle cavity. They also have a mantle cavity, that is the space between hump and mantle. They also have a radula. So radula are file-like rasping organs present in the mouth of molluscs. It is used for feeding. So this radula is used for feeding purposes. So you can see in the right hand side, very nicely colored pictures are given showing head, radula, foot, sensory tentacle, mantle, shell, gills, visceral mass. All right, mouth. So you can see the entire structure given nicely. The stomach is given, the gonads are given, the intestine are given, the heart is given, the phylum is given, the nephridium is given, the shell, gills, mantle, anus. Everything is given. Mouth, radula, nerve collar, foot, reactive muscles. There is a diagram. Now these are the examples of phylum Mollusca. You can see Pila is there. Its common name is apple snail. Pictada, pearl oyster. Sepia, cuttlefish. Loligo, squid. Alright. Then octopus, we have a devilfish. Aplysia, the shear. Dentalium, tastel. And Cuopleura, that is chiton. So nicely the diagrams are given so that you can feel interesting for studying. Now here in this slide I have given at once the overall summary of the phylum Mollusca, these characters at a glance. So you can see first they have organ systems, organism, they have a bilateral symmetry, germinals, they have a triploblastic organism, they are coelomate, they are aquatic and fewer terrestrial, they have a complete digestive system, and for respiratory system they have gills in aquatic forms and pulmonary, and they have a pulmonary sac in terrestrial forms. The circular system is open type, and their reproduction is oviparous. They are oviparous organisms, they are dioecious, and their development is direct or indirect. Certain unique features like their body has head, visceral mass, and muscular foot. Head has a sensory tentacle, feather-like gills. They have feather-like gills for respiration and excretion. They have a calcareous shell, that is mantle and radula. And certain examples they have like Pila, Sepia, octopus, etc. All right. Thank you, student. This was all about the entire lecture. Here I have discussed about the topic phylum Mollusca. So stay at home, stay safe. I am Shomajit sir signing off for today, and again we'll meet in the next class. Thank you, students.